smartwatch buzzed at dawn, said, "Take a breath, cowboy." I looked down at that little screen, and it stole my joy. It counted every step I took, it judged my coffee cup, then flashed a tiny heart attack like it knew too much. I tried to calm right down, but it kept on checking in. One more tap, one more buzz, and there it was again. That watch on my wrist got me all mixed up, told me breathe slow, then it wouldn't shut up. That watch on my wrist keeps me wound too tight. It's the one causing trouble every day and night. That watch on my wrist. At the feed store line, it asked if I was stressed. I said, "You're the reason, friend." It lit up on my chest. My wife said, "Leave it home." I said, "I might just try," but I felt that blank little wrist like a sky gone dry. It tracks my every mood, my sleep and my shame. If I'm already nervous, why's it calling my name? That watch on my wrist got me all mixed up, told me breathe slow, then it wouldn't shut up. That watch on my wrist keeps me wound too tight. It's the one causing trouble every day and night. That watch on my wrist. I took it off in the truck, let the dust have a turn. For a minute there I heard my own old heart burn. No rings, no buzz, no glare, just the road and me. Funny what a little screen can make you fail to see. That watch on my wrist got me all mixed up, told me breathe slow, then it wouldn't shut up. That watch on my wrist keeps me wound too tight. It's the one causing trouble every day and night. That watch on my wrist. I started up a landscaping business to make some summer cash, assuring every neighbor that their weeds I'd quickly smash. Mr. Henderson was brave enough to give my skills a try and pointed to his grassy yard beneath the sunny sky. He showed me his brand new machine, a high-powered machine, the loudest, fastest lawnmower that I had ever seen. I pulled the starter cord so hard it ripped out of my hand, an omen that my business plan was falling in the sand. The engine roared to life at once, with a metallic scream exploding forward like a rocket powered by heavy steam. I gripped the handle tightly as it dragged me down the path, unleashing a green wave of horticultural wrath. I missed the grass completely, and I steered into the yard where Mrs. Henderson's prize-winning roses stood on guard. The blades went whir, the blades went crunch, the pedals started flying, and within a single second all the championship flowers were dying. I tried to pull the brake lever, but hit the throttle wide, which launched the runaway machine onto a steeper slide. We rocketed through the picket fence and smashed a wooden rail, leaving a path of splintered boards and a flying metal nail. I zipped across the driveway and I hit a plastic bin, which covered the front windshield in a wave of garbage tin. I couldn't see a single thing but kept on moving fast, hoping that this terrifying ride would be our last. We crossed into the neighbor's yard and hit a stone bird bath, which shattered into pieces right along our chaotic path. The concrete fountain crumbled down and splashed the patio chair, while water sprayed like fountains through my tangled teenage hair. A lawn chair got entangled in the spinning underdeck, transforming the machine into a loud mechanical wreck. It vibrated so violently my teeth began to shake, as I realized my steering was a massive, huge mistake. I finally hit the kill switch and the engine gave a sigh, as a thick gray cloud of exhaust smoke rose up into the sky. I stood inside a jungle of destroyed and ruined space, with a look of utter horror painted on my sweaty face. The Hendersons walked outside and they stared at the display of the worst landscaping job the town had seen that day. The roses were completely gone, the fence was open wide, and a broken concrete bird bath lay scattered on its side. They didn't pay me any cash, but handed me some tools to rebuild the wooden fence according to the rules. I spent the next 3 weekends fixing everything I broke, realizing that my summer job was a disastrous joke. I learned that driving heavy tools requires lots of skill, and racing through a garden bed will cause a heavy bill. You have to check the speed controls before you pull the cord, unless you want to launch yourself like crazy stuntman Lord. Next time I'll stick to pulling weeds using my bare gloved hand, before I try to manicure another person's land. I offered to wash Father's car to earn a little praise and show that I could contribute in helpful, mature ways. The shiny black sedan was coated in a layer of dust, so cleaning up the family ride became an absolute must. I filled a plastic bucket up with water and dish soap, approaching the automotive task with high and sunny hope. I hooked the garden hose up to the spigot on the wall, unleashing a ballistic stream that sprayed across the hall. The nozzle kicked backward and it slipped out of my hand, shooting a jet of freezing water deep into the sand. It blasted Mother's rock garden and start the soapy scrub, dipping a giant yellow sponge into the sudsy tub. I slathered foam across the hood and rubbed with all my might until the entire vehicle was a mountain of bubbly white. I didn't check the sponge, however, for the rocky grit that gathered when I dropped it where the muddy pebbles sit. I scrubbed the driver's side door with a frantic, heavy pace, unaware that I was scratching up the polished outer face. To rinse the heavy suds away, I grabbed the pressure hose and aimed it at the sunroof where the rubber ceiling's close. The blast of water was so strong, it forced the glass apart. An engineering failure that completely broke my heart. A torrent of cold water shot inside the leather seat, flooding the entire dashboard and the mats beneath my feet. The electronic stereo began to blink and spark as the automated car alarm wailed loudly through the park. The horn began to honk, the hazard lights began to flare, sending a wave of panic through my tangled teenage hair. I scrambled through the driver's door to shut the system down, but slipped on the linoleum mats and tumbled like a clown. My elbow hit the wiper switch and turned them on high speed, an unhelpful addition that I didn't actually need. The dry blade scraped across the foam and flung it in the air, coating my entire face and sticking to my hair. I finally ran to hit the spigot switch and cut the flow, ending the wettest car wash that the town would ever know. I stood inside the driveway looking like a drowned, a wet rat, while soapy suds were dripping from my soggy summer hat. The inside of the vehicle was a swimming pool of blue, destroying the upholstery and the pristine dashboard view. My father walked outside the house and let out a huge groan, realizing that his favorite ride was tragically ruined and blown. We spent the next 4 hours using towels to dry the floor, squeezing out the water from the pockets of each door. I learned that washing vehicles requires a gentle touch, and blasting high pressure hose